Are we ready?
Yeah, I guess we're ready.
Okay, to kick off our first recording session of 2026, I want to shout out to everyone out there making their dreams a reality. I finally got all caught up with Stranger Things, and there were so many actors that I had represented during that little blip in time
Period.
that I was an agent in Atlanta. And that show changed so many lives for the better. And it's so cool to have witnessed all these actors go from being an actor, almost like a hobby actor, to you have this huge platform now, and it just changed.
One of the biggest shows on
Yeah,
Netflix.
it changed their lives. It's so cool, and just to be able to witness that from the sidelines. And it just lately, I feel like I haven't been able to watch anything without knowing someone who's acting in it or working on it. So even though I stepped away from auditioning and all that craziness, I just think it's so amazing to see other artists making real progress with their dreams.
Period.
That includes you too, Drew. Truly, it does. And I just think it's so cool. I just keep seeing all my friends thriving in their dreams. So
see, that's what makes a good person. You being excited and happy for your closest friends, not secretly jealous.
No.
You know what I mean? Not that you
and
would.
they're not even my close friends.
Not that
know?
you would. Just you some people look at people's success and be like,
I've seen that.
I'm so jealous of their.
I know. And there's been times, I'm not saying I'm perfect. There's been times that I've seen someone surpass me or even book a role that we both went out for. And I still have a hard time.
Like a hard pill to swallow.
Everyone has their own journeys. I was able to kind of find our little piece of heaven, where we live now. And so it does allow me to be happy for others when I see them finding that for themselves.
I love that. Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee. So
gosh,
I'm not sure when this
2026.
will go out, but it is our first recording session of the new year.
And we're doing it together.
And we're doing it in person. This is the second time I've seen you.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you've been here and
Pretty good.
It's really good for us.
That's pretty good, I must say. For me, that is pretty good. Oh my gosh. Well, what's a little update for me? I mean, I am going back to London. I'm feeling strong about our podcast.
Good.
I'm feeling strong about being motivated to go back. I'm excited to go back. Although this has been, I feel the longest time I've been home,
Since
in a sit down period.
Yeah, I would say so. I feel
And
like that too.
I've loved it. I've loved being home with my family. It's been nice, but I am so excited to go back to London.
I imagine so. I
am
imagine
very,
so.
very excited.
Yeah.
But what about you? Any updates?
Nope.
Yes, there are. I mean, listen, your house, I feel continuously keeps getting updated. Every time I come back, you're like, oh yeah, nothing's been done. When you just created a whole cubby corner, that's
yeah, that's all falling
I wouldn't
off,
leave
but
here.
No, I do like this little corner that I created. That part is true. I'm constantly updating the house. It drives Blake nuts. He said to me the other day, "What's it like being married to Danielle? Every week she wants to move furniture somewhere else." I'm like,
yeah, and you should just say yeah, because guess what? Everything's evolving. Change is always happening.
Well, I just tell him at least it's not another house.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Yeah.
That is true because
I'm just trying to make this house work.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he told him it was going to be a challenge from the get. I wanted an old ass house. So
Yeah.
I have a long road ahead of me. But yeah, no.
Good luck, Blake.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously, everyone say a prayer for him. He's a great husband.
And he's so hot. Sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, I want to do a little shout out.
Oh, yeah, we have shout out.
Yeah. I want to shout out my friend Layla Knight. And she's my London friend.
I love it.
I met working at Scotch and Soda. If you get a little chance to go follow and you like up and coming artists, and Stevie Nicks is your jam, she is going to definitely please your ears when you're listening to all of her new music, and she's coming out with new music. Her handle, she wants me to say, is at Layla MAIKNIGHT at Layla May Knight. And she's going to have a lot of, if you're in London, she's going to have a lot of new dates coming up for her performances.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Well, that goes along with everything I said about
Yes,
people following their dreams. So
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm here to lift anyone up and help any way I can.
Why not? We have a platform, so let's just do it.
Yeah, that big platform of ours.
Hey, you got to speak it into existence,
Yes.
people.
Yeah, Drew's committed in 2026
you guys,
to be completely delusional about the status of our podcast.
No, it's not delusion.
Well, until it's real.
It's going to happen, you guys. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to jinx it, but there's 3 things that I want for this podcast, and we are going to at least achieve 1.5 of them.
1.5? Okay.
1.5. Okay.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I think so.
Setting your expectations to be realistic.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
I need an optimistic partner.
I am so optimistic.
Okay.
Let's remember how I started this podcast today.
Yes.
Okay, Drew, what is our drink from your grandfather's little black book? Because we've kind of missed it the past couple episodes.
We have. I'm so sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry, everyone who actually is following the drinks, but we are going back to it. This drink is called the Mamie Taylor. M-A-M-I-E. I'm saying that right? Mamie Taylor.
Yeah.
Sure. Mommy Taylor? No, that sounds terrible. Mamie Taylor. It's really simple. It's probably the simplest drink we've done on the show.
Yeah.
And all it is 1.5 ounces of scotch and then a 1/2 ounce of lime juice. You put it into a shaker and shake it up, pour it out. What do you think?
Not my favorite.
I don't like scotch.
I don't like scotch.
I'm not a scotch girly.
No, we're tequila ginger girlies. So, cheers.
We can't cheers to having tequila ginger because...
Well, we tried it. We didn't like it.
We tried it. We didn't like it. So we moved on to our go-to, which is tequila ginger. Mm-hmm. All right. Alrighty.
Ready to get into it?
Let's do it. Welcome to the Forensic Files Duo podcast, where we recap, review, and provide updates on the cases featured on the true crime TV show Forensic Files. I'm Drew, and I knew nothing about true crime until we started this podcast.
And I'm Danielle, and true crime raised me.
If you're listening to us for the very first time and want to hear more about our friendship and how we became the forensics duo many moons ago, head over to episode 1 for the whole backstory. But real quick, we have been best friends since high school.
Yeah.
So long ago.
So long ago. And in high school, we competed in an acting club called Forensics in the duo category where we acted out scenes from a play. It had nothing to do with forensics.
Zero.
Science. Forensic science. It had nothing to do with forensic science.
Nada. Now, time for our regular disclaimer.
Yes. So we understand that we will be discussing a lot of sensitive topics. So although we may laugh at times, please remember that we are laughing at ourselves and ourselves always. Always. We are not making light of what the victims and their families have gone through and may even be continuing to go through.
And in an effort to use the public's overall interest in the show Forensic Files and leverage the power of digital media, once the episode coverage is over, we will highlight a missing persons case.
Today's episode is listed on Wikipedia as Season 14, Episode 13, called Low Maintenance. 2 words neither one of us know anything about.
No. I'm the most high maintenance person ever.
Same.
That's why we probably are best friends.
Yes.
Wikipedia says this episode aired February 25th, 2011, but the case in this show takes us to April 9th, 2008, and it takes place in Bryan, Texas. Do we have any info about Bryan, Texas at this time?
Yes, we do. And while doing my research, I learned it's really close to Texas A&M, the college. And the only thing I've ever known about that college is that they call themselves the Aggies.
No way.
Yeah, it's because it's supposed to be an agricultural school.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it still is, but anyways, one of my best friends is named Aggie, so it brought my attention and brought me a lot of joy while I was researching because I saw a subreddit and it was like, I need to find suggestions for the best drink in Aggie land.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So don't worry, I linked it in the show notes for anyone wondering what the Aggies had to say about that.
Oh my gosh, the Aggies.
The Aggies.
If she was ever famous, those would be her fan names.
Oh my God, the Aggies in Aggie land.
Oh my God.
Now, ChatGPT's description of Bryan, Texas, it feels like a line straight out of the show The Office. Bryan, Texas in 2008 felt like a quiet, blue-collar college town neighbor. Much slower and rougher on the edges, very different from nearby College Station.
What's College Station?
It's a location. I guess it's just like college, like central.
Oh.
Where the
like
college
like
kids...
where like East Lansing. for like Michigan
Yes,
State.
yes. The overall vibe, I was told, is small town, no frills energy. Strong working class, deep Texas roots, not trendy, not polished, more practical than aspirational. Then again, with the analogy, as if Bryan, Texas is a human, it was described as the older, grittier sibling to College Station. I don't know. I don't know if this is accurate. I mean, it does
It's really not
sound-
making my appeal for this city.
It's not.
Work at all.
not working for Bryan, Texas at all. So that sibling would definitely be the sibling that made fun of you for like moving to LA to follow every impractical dream.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So slightly triggered by Bryan, Texas now, if I'm being honest.
Shall we never trust a city with a name that has a first name that's a person?
Especially a Bryan.
Brian. Never trust a Brian.
Now, all joking aside, it's important to know that in 2008, the recession hit Bryan, Texas hard. Foreclosures, they just spiked, spending slowed, growth paused. And so we know through talking about different towns and areas that with the economy, when it gets bad, livelihoods fundamentally change, and that can fundamentally change a person too. So alongside everyday life, there is some local folklore quietly lingering. So the stories of abandoned Allen Academy campus.
First name?
Another first name. Oh my gosh. Whispers of unexplained figures near the old rail lines downtown.
Ooh.
And late night talks about strange encounters along the Brazos River.
Okay.
So today, Bryan has reshaped its image. Bryan had a makeover.
A glow up.
He had a glow up with a revived downtown and growing cultural scene. But in 2008, it was a place defined by grit. There's that word again. Grit, affordability, and the kind of stories that only seem to surface after dark.
Scary. But I feel like every city has the railroad tracks and the river. You know what I mean? Like the scary ghost stories.
I feel like the railroad thing is
It's a
very
big
much a
thing.
South thing.
Oh, is it?
I mean, we have trains here, but like every
guess
small town that
Yeah.
I've ever seen in the South, they like always have a train track.
Because they always like hang out above the bridge above the train
Yes,
track.
yes,
Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's get into the episode.
Up next, tragedy at a Texas college.
She's cold.
She's cold to the touch.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my God.
It's very unusual for a 20-year-old girl to die suddenly of natural causes.
Tiny drops of blood could mean an accident or a murder.
After the up next, a 911 call and some gross dudes without shirts on. We open the episode with music that almost sounds like an Usher or Little John song that would have played at our high school prom, but like a royalty-free version of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got that
yeah.
vibe. Agreed. But I also caught an editing error here.
Oh.
Yeah, so they show B-roll of what's
Mhm.
supposed to be what we assume is like the 911 operator, but they sped it up so fast. And so I thought she was like playing with a slinky or shuffling cards because that's what caught my eye was her
Okay.
fingers. So if anyone watches this episode and goes back, see if you catch it as well.
What is it?
She's just typing so fast, and the movement with her hands kept catching my attention.
Look at you looking at those little details. That's normally me.
No,
That's
I
normally
know.
me.
It caught my eye. I had to rewatch it. Like I'm like, what is it? What's happening here? And they just like sped up the clip.
the time of the
The
episode. They
clip.
were like, we got to speed this up.
Yeah.
Put it times 40.
It's not important to anything else but the case. I just like finding little like mistakes like that. It's like finding like a editing mistake in a book.
Or like seeing the boom mic come into like frame.
Oh yeah.
I love that shit.
Me too.
Anyways, Peter then gives us his thoughts on Bryan, Texas. He says it's a college town that lies in the shadow of Texas A&M because it's home to Blinn College. Never heard of her. But this is where Jenna Verhaalen and Spencer Hood were, quote, inseparable. We meet my favorite person in this episode, Ashley Sigmund, who has the most 2008 layered bob cut with a bobby pin side part bang with the lower third saying television reporter. I mean, I didn't like see any bangs.
No,
They were so, like, Glued
she
to like
pinned
that
'em.
the left side. I mean, props to you, Ashley. She tells us that Jenna's parents told her that Spencer was the love of her life, and we see photos of them from high school prom. I mean, it definitely looks like a better prom date than what Danielle and I both had. But we love that for Jenna, don't we?
We do.
These two were high school sweethearts who had dated for several years, went to prom together, and are now inseparable in college together. It sounds like a true all-American love story.
Yeah.
We're told Jenna just absolutely adored Spencer. Then we hear that Jenna and Spencer plan to pursue careers in either law or government. They lived in separate apartments at the same complex, though. They both lived at the Autumn Woods apartment complex, and it looks, honestly, like it looks pretty generic.
Yeah.
And like they even have those like I could like literally feel the shower door when they were doing the
Yeah.
reenactment. You know, like the gritty one, plastic.
And it's got like the waves in the glass. So
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
distorts
You could just feel
the person in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they both lived at the Autumn Woods, and although it was generic, it was like a typical apartment complex that was kind of like a dorm.
Yeah.
It's like where all the college students, if you were like not wanting to live in the dorms, you would go to this apartment
Yeah.
complex.
Yeah.
It's also exactly right next to Blinn College.
Right. So we meet Detective Stephen Fry, and he has zero emotions the entire
The
time.
most basic haircut, but I feel like that's like a Texas Southern haircut.
It
for
totally
detectives.
is. Totally is. So Stephen Fry joins the episode to break down the events that happened on April 9th, 2008. So apparently after attending his morning classes, Spencer stopped by Jenna's apartment to pick up a book he'd left there. When Spencer arrived at the apartment, he found the door unlocked. He went inside, and that's when the crime scene photos start just filling the entire screen, and they don't stop.
Forensic Files loves to do this.
They love that. So you can even see rigor mortis has set in.
What's rigor mortis?
You don't
rigor-
know. You don't know what that is.
No, it sounds like a character. Like
No.
you can see rigor mortis.
Yeah, I could see that. But it's way too much associated with crime, and
What's rigor mortis?
it's like when it sets in.
Who says rigor mortis?
Every true crime show, anyone who works in this industry, rigor mortis is something that happens to your body after you die. It like stiffens. But
I'm gonna start using it, but in like the completely wrong context, just to act smart and like conversation. Yeah, can you believe the rigor mortis in this day is crazy? You know what I mean? Like just like
I woke up with some serious
oh,
rigor mortis this morning.
rigor mortis, it'll get you.
You're kind of giving like rigor mortis.
Yeah, she's kind of giving like rigor mortis meets like Olivia Pope. Rigor mortis. I didn't think that you actually knew what that meant.
You didn't think I knew what it meant.
You've never said it before.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, back to rigor mortis.
Yes. So that actually can help people determine like how long someone has been dead, and it can give you like a time window because rigor mortis only sets in. This word?
I think we have to find a different word. I'm not gonna be able to hear you say that and not start laughing. So find a different word quick.
Okay, Siri, what is a synonym for when your body?
Decomposition.
No, rigor mortis it's like a specific body stiffening thing.
Like your body like gets cold.
No, well, it does have to do with the temperature of your body.
I truly think there is an easier way to say
Fine.
this.
Rigor mortis is the stiffening of the joints and muscles of a body a few hours after death, usually lasting from 1 to 4 days.
So it's like, it's like Harry Potter, wherein they get
They get stiff,
they get
turned to like almost like
what
a
is
stone.
it called? They get petrified.
Petrified.
Let's use petrified.
Okay, petrified instead of rigor mortis.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can see the petrified spell has set in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That
That makes
actually.
sense.
Okay. You know what? Fine. I'm sure.
Because remember, this
yes.
is you're teaching me.
Right. Okay. Know your audience. Got it. Okay. So
Treat me like a kindergartner.
yeah. So her neck is also very purple. That was like the first thing I saw was how purple her neck was, and her nails, her finger, like the tips of her fingers, and
I noticed her like knuckles.
they were so purple, and like and then her veins, you could see it's all just like this unnatural color.
So Spencer finds Jenna's lifeless body on the bedroom floor and asked a neighbor to call 911.
Can you touch her, see if she's warm to the touch? She's cold.
She's cold to the touch.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, my.
Police and paramedics pronounce Jenna dead at the scene. They show a picture of a sheet now over her, but no one can have the courtesy to even make sure she's completely covered. It's like,
Yeah.
can we put a sheet over the body? Yep.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one's
yeah.
fine. That one, just throw it. Yep. It's good enough.
Good enough. It's good enough. The only injuries that they found on her were a small bruise on her forehead, and they feel compelled to show that one small bruise real up close. Just enough to make you feel a little uncomfy. And she also clenched down on her tongue with her teeth. Oh, God.
Now investigators explain why it doesn't appear to have been any kind of robbery.
Well, yeah, until the end.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get to that. So we see more crime scene photos of the inside of her apartment, and her purse, which I noticed watching it again with you, is the exact same like Coach wristlet you bought for me one year for Christmas. Which
Good
is
friend.
weird. Yeah, great gift giver, this one. Her purse was literally hanging on the hook, like at eye level when you exit the door, so she couldn't ever leave without them. So that was still there. Keys, wallet with credit cards, wallet with cash. And they were adamant to also state that there were no pills, no alcohol, no indications that she had died by suicide.
You know what's funny is that I still like could put my keys literally right where she has her wallet. You'd think you wouldn't forget them.
The problem is because you don't need keys for a car.
Okay, well, it could be my wallet. I would put it literally with a sticky note. Don't forget.
Really?
Yeah, and I'll still forget it.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I think it like blows my mind that men can just like leave with just stuff in their pockets, no purse.
I mean, I find that sus. Now, like it's 2026. You got a like an over-shoulder bag,
Blake
something.
would never, but he does have a diaper bag usually.
What?
The diaper bag, not for himself, for our kids.
Right. So he's got a purse.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have a reenactment, which thank God, because we're in season 14, and it's in color. And we see Spencer. He told police he last saw Jenna around midnight as he was leaving to go to his apartment, and then made a phone call a few minutes later to tell her goodnight. So, like, I'm assuming he lives in the same apartment complex?
He does.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I would call hey, just want to let you know, I know you're stressed, but I am home, even though I live 4 doors down.
Yeah. That's a call I wouldn't expect to get.
No. I did think about that.
Yeah.
And anyways, phone records showed that he had placed the call at 12:47 a.m. Prosecutor Brian Price enters the scene, and he's looking like everybody's uncle. And he tells us that
we know that she was discovered about 11:30 the next morning, so we've got, probably less than a 12-hour window when Jenna was killed.
During the autopsy, the medical examiner found no evidence that Jenna had been sexually assaulted, but he couldn't rule it out either.
And I really like how this medical examiner, Dr. Mark Kraus, that's his name.
And his tie.
Oh, yeah. We noticed his tie had bones.
You noticed it, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, you're really into these like small details.
Oh my God. The bones on the medical examiner's tie. Like, did he pick that out, or did his wife pick that out for him?
I think like Cheryl is his
wife.
Or
like his granddaughter bought it for him, and he was like, oh, I gotta wear it on.
No, it's definitely his wife. Like, Cheryl's so proud that this is like his moment. The blue tie or the one with the bones?
One with the bones? Oh my God, Mark! Look at the one with the bones.
Mark, you gotta wear the one with the bones. You gotta wear with the one with the bones. You get it? Because you're a medical examiner.
Yeah, you gotta wear with the one with the bones. Come here, I'll put it on you. Oh, you look so handsome.
Look at how handsome you are. I'm so proud of you. Even though they are from Texas.
Oh, right.
So,
who knows where he's from?
Cheryl could be from Jersey, you know. Look at you.
Look at you with the bones. With the bones.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to take credit for it.
I can't wait to jump those bones later.
Meanwhile, he's like, my wife made me wear this tie. You like it?
Yeah,
it's got bones on it. Did you notice it?
Mm-hmm. Oops.
Oh, you think she never done a podcast before? Can't make any noise. Can't make any noise, or else I'm turning off your mic.
I am never that mean to you. I just say it a lot more passive aggressively.
I'll give you one time. If you make any noise,
I said 3.
Because you're okay. But realistically, I knew it was only one time. Like, you wouldn't give me 3 times. You would give me one very stern time, enough for me to not want to ever hold my mic again.
Okay.
Just like I have this gum right here. Stop chewing it because
yeah.
You guys. You don't want to get on Danielle's bad side, even though she takes 2 hours to get ready for this podcast. God forbid you chew a piece of gum. Anyways, moving on.
I'm not even going to enter that fight right now. Okay. So I was saying, I really do like this medical examiner, Dr. Mark Krause. He is one of the more logical ones that we've met on this show so far. And it's just really refreshing to know that there were people like him back in, the field in 2008 that were thinking outside the box.
It has been my experience in some 30 years of performing autopsy examinations that the lack of genital injuries does not rule out a sexual assault.
But he did find small broken blood vessels in the whites of Jenna's eyes, known as petechial hemorrhages. But
Good
Dr.
job,
Mark, thank you. Dr. Mark says that petechial hemorrhages are in that constellation of findings that we refer to as stigmata of asphyxiation.
Right, which is very questionable because we hear stigmata and we
being
think
Catholics.
we think of the movie Stigmata and it's possession of a demon.
Well,
but it's not that.
Yeah, no, and she goes through the stages of the cross.
Yeah.
You've seen that movie, Stigmata, right?
Yeah, scared the shit out of me.
Me too. So I had to look it up. It came out in 1999 and it was my 17-year-old brother's movie. I was definitely not allowed to watch it at 10 years old. And I did.
Obviously.
And I regretted it because it wrecked me for a while.
Obviously, because we are going to Catholic school at this time.
Yeah. And I really thought stigmatas could happen.
I think they can. If you believe in.
If you believe in that.
Anyways.
And that's where we draw the line.
Okay, yep. I felt it. I did feel it. I
don't know. Some kids were terrorized by movies like The Ring. Shout out to my old boss, Neil, who produced it. But, little 10-year-old me, she was traumatizing herself by watching things like Stigmata, Urban Legends. Did you remember that one?
Love. Classic. That's a classic.
That stuck with me. I still check the back of my car.
Yeah, Urban Legends definitely fucked me up a little bit.
And I don't understand why it doesn't have as much of a following.
I don't know, because it's it fell into that that one time frame of all those scary movies like Scream, Urban Legends. I know you did last summer.
Urban Legends, not as many people remember Urban Legends. They remember the legends.
Well, Dr. Krause is back, and he says that this kind of stigmata tells him that he needs to look at the cause of asphyxiation. And he found it. Jenna's larynx had been crushed. Peter is giving dramatic readings with...
The conclusion was inescapable.
But Dr. Krause keeps it professional and says this is strangulation, and in great probability, manual strangulation by hands.
I'm no doctor or anything if that's not super obvious.
I am. Surprise. I'm a doctor. Emergency room, to be exact. And my shift starts soon, so you guys all thought I was not smart.
You are more smarter than
I'm
me.
more smarter than you think.
So, anyway.
My pagers.
Your pager.
Dead giveaway. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, right from the start, one look at those crime scene photos, especially at her neck, and I had immediately guessed she was strangled just because that is not what your neck looks like. But, forensic... Rigor mortis-ified. Anyways, Peter then says a background check revealed that over the years, Spencer and Jenna broken up several times, dated others, but always made up and got back together.
Sounds like a true college relationship.
Yeah. But the way he worded that, it sounded so official, like that they had pulled up some sort of record with the DMV, and it listed, May 2007, Spencer made a comment about Jenna's prom dress colors.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
And he almost blew it.
Could you imagine if that was real life?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Could you imagine if the police or anyone could pull up your whole dating history record?
It would probably save so many arguments, to be honest with you. You think you said that? No, because 1 second. That's cool. You're wrong.
I think there is a Black Mirror episode about this.
Probably.
It's a video recorder of all their memories, and they can scan back.
Yeah. Yep. I'd be in shit trouble. But I am a good boyfriend. Accepting applications now.
And I'm his reference.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Probably explains why I'm single. Well, then we did ask Spencer if he had killed Jenna, and his response was absolutely no. Oh, good. Whew.
Takes care of that.
Thank God,
Yeah.
right? One little question.
Yeah.
You didn't kill her, right? Nope. Great.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. Write that one down.
Yep,
Write
check
that one
that
down.
off the to-do
Yep.
list today.
All right. Moving on, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Sorry for this brief interruption, but we had a major technical failure. We lost the whole end of this episode. And it
So here we
picked
are.
back up at Drew and I going, that was so good. That's literally like it's all
That
dark,
sounds
it's all
about us,
black.
though. That
And we're
sounds
just like,
about
that
us.
was so good. And there's nothing. So
Delusional.
absolutely delusional. So here we are. We're going to pick back up with the episode. We're going to run through it. And we hope you enjoy. Thanks for sticking it out with us.
As investigators continued to look into Jenna's background, they learned she was well-liked. She didn't have any enemies. She didn't have any fights with people. She didn't have arguments or disagreements. Everybody had nothing but good things to say about her. Jenna was a dedicated student who was working her way through school as a waitress at a local restaurant. She worked almost full-time hours at Wings and More while taking classes. And on the night of her murder, Jenna worked at the restaurant until about 9 p.m.
Surveillance tapes revealed nothing suspicious. They saw Jenna walking to her vehicle and they didn't find anybody following her. This is when the story does get scary, though. Jenna returned to her apartment around 9:30. Her boyfriend stopped by, then they spent about 3 hours studying together, and then he left after midnight. They were really attached to each other, but how does it look for Spencer having been the last one to see her, you know, alive? So Jenna's neighbors provided a possible lead. On the night of the murder, the neighbors were playing sand volleyball in the courtyard between the apartment buildings around midnight. They saw a man walking from the direction of Jenna's apartment, and if this is around midnight, Spencer called around 12:45. I'm kind of wondering how this all works out, but the reenactment that they give us, it gives us the impression that they had actually spoken to each other on the phone call, so she had to have been alive at that point.
Well, now enters the gross, shirtless man we saw in the beginning of the episode. The witnesses claim he was acting very upset and that the suspicious topless male had come out anywhere between the hours of midnight and 2 a.m.
And this is where I really want more context, because how did we go from around midnight to now 2 a.m.? I mean, that's
Right.
a 2-hour time window when
It's a
this
big period of
topless
time.
man appeared. Yeah. So it's stories like this that have me like look at clocks after hearing weird noises. I like will imprint timestamps on my mind. You know,
Literally.
It's like,
Literally.
just like, okay, just in case the police call me tomorrow, it was 6:59.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that super descriptive detective is back to tell us.
In fact, some of the girls that were playing said that he looked scary.
Wonderful. You are really nailing this investigation. But luckily, the witnesses had more specific info for us and said that the man resembled 26-year-old Sean Stevens, also a college student who lived in an adjoining apartment building. According to friends, he'd once made a vulgar remark to Jenna in the parking lot. Detective Lance Matthews says,
It was more or less just some cat calls and stuff from Sean's balcony down to the girls. And there were some words exchanged between Jenna and Sean.
Sean's apartment had a direct line of sight to Jenna's apartment, and when police contacted him, Sean was extremely nervous and was literally shaking. And you know what? Good. But he keeps that vulgar mouth shut now. Sean denied any involvement in Jenna's murder, and he also said he wasn't the topless man walking from Jenna's apartment on the night of her murder. But he couldn't provide any actual accurate information about where he had been that night due to
A large consumption of alcohol.
Then police made a break in the case. 2 months before her murder, Jenna told her family about an incident involving her apartment's maintenance man.
Again, I would really like more context on a moment like this, because I just want to know like how they discovered this. Was it a tip? Did she make a police report? Did she complain to the apartment staff and then it came out during interviews? I know they say like her family told them about the incident, but like I want to know like how they were able to confirm it. So we're told about an incident that is quite literally a nightmare of mine. One morning after she got out of the shower, she found the maintenance man standing in her living room, and he was there when he wasn't asked to be there. And she didn't know that he was there or coming. And
Oh
the
my God.
reenactment, it just doesn't do it justice that they do in the show for
Yeah.
how actually scary that would be for a woman coming out of a shower and just seeing
Totally.
anyone there, but a man, you know, that if
Just
you
it's not
he's
welcome there, had no reason to be there. Oh my God, that is so... yeah.
nightmare.
Yeah. Well, according to Jenna, the man claimed he didn't hear the water running, and believing the apartment was empty, he walked inside. Understandably, Jenna became very upset and contacted the supervisor of the maintenance worker and explained to him what had happened. The worker's name was Jeremy Rosser. He was 29 years old, divorced with 2 children, and he had never been in any trouble with the law. And he also comes from a religious background.
Shocking.
Shocking. But it gets worse. His father is a pastor in a nearby town.
The fact that this doesn't surprise me is what should be most alarming of all.
Period. But police were more than a little suspicious, so they conducted an experiment to see whether Rosser's explanation had been truthful. When detectives Fry and Matthews go back to the apartment complex, they actually stand right at the front of the door and have someone go into Jenna's bathroom and turn the shower on, close the door to the bathroom, and then they say from the front threshold of the door, you can clearly hear that the shower is running inside that apartment. So that means that is a completely false statement.
Do you think this is real, or that production was like, okay, let's make this a little bit more exciting to watch, because this isn't the gotcha moment I think they thought it would be. You know, like I felt it was like a 5th grade class experiment. No one believed him about the water. I can assure you that. And also, you're giving me no details. Like, was there a work order for him to be there? Did you check on that? Was there something he needed to work on? He could have also claimed he had headphones in too. I mean, come on. Like, I just hate when a show treats the audience so dumb.
Well, coincidentally, Rosser was fired 1 week after Jenna's murder. He had been terminated or fired because he wasn't coming to work anymore. You don't know? Why don't we have some more clarity on that specific thing alone? That seems more important to know, because then without any other details, we then find out police wanted to question Rosser, but he left town after he lost his job. Surprise, surprise. And no one knew where he was. I mean, this is just a damn mess.
Wait, and then they discover that Jenna's boyfriend, Spencer, was missing too.
Surprise, surprise.
Certainly, our first area of focus was on Spencer, as he was the last one to see her and the first one to find her. It did not help his case any that he had suddenly left town.
Then I actually thought I was mishearing this. I had to rewind it because Peter says...
That left Sean Stevens, and he was nowhere to be found either.
He's gone. He's not at school anymore. He's not at his apartment complex anymore.
This made us a little bit suspicious.
I love how the only woman speaking on this case is reporter Ashley. And she goes,
Ashley.
I started to realize they just have no idea. They have no idea who did this.
Police had 3 potential suspects in the murder of Jenna Verhaalen. Her boyfriend Spencer Hood, Sean Stevens, who matched the description of the man seen leaving Jenna's apartment building the night of the murder, and Jeremy Rosser, a maintenance man at Jenna's apartment complex who had once entered her apartment without any cause or warning or any explanation for why he was there.
and with the exception of Spencer, the other 2 weirdly do look alike, and
They
they're
do.
just like mediocre white dudes. Just so
Yep,
mediocre
literally.
white dudes.
Investigators hoped scientists could find forensic evidence that would help narrow their search.
So I guess this is why we are all here. Time for biological evidence.
Is there skin?
Is there hair?
There may be fibers.
There may be bits of material from a scene,
Or from dirt.
or something on a person's clothing. First, scientists discovered skin cells under Jenna's fingernails, which is not unusual when the victim is involved in a strangulation or a struggle of any kind. They extracted DNA and discovered there were 2 genetic profiles, both male. One a minor contributor and one a major contributor. So investigators also found a drop of blood on Jenna's shirt collar and 2 drops of blood on the carpet near Jenna's body. One of those did come back to be Jenna's DNA, and the other one came back to be the same unknown male contributor, they use that word a lot, that was detected in the nail samples and on the neck of the shirt.
We see the reenactment and hear that it's apparent that she was fighting for her life. She was scratching him deeply and hard enough that he's actively bleeding. Then the monotone detective says,
This DNA evidence was extremely exciting to us.
armed with the killer's DNA, investigators wanted DNA samples from Jenna's boyfriend Spencer Hood, her neighbor Sean Stevens, and the maintenance man Jeremy Rosser. While police searched for them, they also conducted a DNA dragnet. They asked other men who lived in her apartment complex as well as male co-workers for DNA samples. Nearly 50 people willingly complied, but no one matched. Eventually, police found Jenna's boyfriend 3 hours away at his parents' house. He explained he was just upset. Him and Jenna were very close, and he wanted to be with his family, which is actually the most reasonable explanation.
Yeah.
Spencer was entirely cooperative. He allowed police to photograph him without his shirt, and police found no scratch marks on his body. He also answered questions without an attorney present and willingly provided a DNA sample.
Listen, I understand this all looks good for Spencer. And people tend to assume if you have nothing to hide, then why do you need an attorney? But
Right.
always get an attorney.
You always say
Always
that.
have an attorney present. Always, 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 always. Okay. Next, police tracked down Sean Stevens at his parents' home, 450 miles away in Oklahoma. Sean said he went home to see his brother who was on leave from military service in Iraq. And what's ironic is this is close to the years that my own brother was actually stationed in Iraq. Yeah. So anyways, this was of course another reasonable explanation of why Sean left town. Now, Sean provided a DNA sample without police having to resort to a court order either. And now that leaves Jeremy Rosser, the maintenance man, as the last remaining suspect. Police were able to locate him through his ex-wife, who sounds like she had been waiting for this call one day, if not worried that this would have been her own fate, because she was more than willing to tell police that Jeremy was violent at the time of their divorce, that they got into an argument, he shoved her to the ground, and while she was on the ground, he kneeled over her and put both hands around her neck.
Scary.
Coincidentally, this incident occurred right around the time of Jenna's murder, but for investigators, Peter says there's just one problem. A criminal check was done of Rosser's background, and it showed no instances where he had been arrested in the past. How is that?
Yeah.
How is that the problem? Because he's at the prime age of his behavior to be going through stressful life circumstances, was in her apartment suspiciously before her murder, and his DNA was found on her.
Literally.
Which I'm not sure if we've covered that yet. Have we? Did I just jump the gun? But the fact that Jenna resembles his ex-wife is also just more reason to why I think she was targeted.
Exactly. When police questioned Rosser, he denied any involvement. He was very calm, but in Rosser's truck, investigators found a laptop computer. The serial number was traced to a tenant living in Jenna's apartment complex who'd reported it stolen months earlier. They also found Rosser still had keys to the apartments. This indicated to us that Rosser had likely gone into many apartments during his term there as a maintenance worker. But Jenna's apartment key was not among the keys found in Jeremy's possession. Surprisingly, Jeremy willingly provided a DNA sample. He was so cooperative that the detectives didn't think that Jeremy was their guy simply due to how cooperative he was and his calm demeanor. So had they not been able to collect and test the DNA under Jenna's nails or on the collar of his shirt or on the carpet, they may have never actually solved this crime.
Without the forensic evidence, I don't think there would have been an arrest.
The DNA results left no doubt. Jeremy Rosser was in Jenna's apartment on the night of the murder.
Okay, now we know that without a doubt, Jeremy Rosser was in Jenna's apartment on the night of the murder, but still no clues as to why he did this to Jenna. We hear that when police arrested Rosser, he wasn't surprised.
I would like to say that Jenna, in her last moments, I guess, fought like she always fights. And she's been a fighter. And that was enough to help us identify who this person was so that we could try and achieve some small sense of justice for her and her family.
So here is Forensic Files' theory as to what happened that night.
Prosecutors believe that Rosser's intrusion into Jenna's apartment while she was in the shower was no accident.
After that encounter, prosecutors believe Rosser used his master key again on the night of the murder to enter Jenna's apartment while she was at work.
This time, they believe he hid in Jenna's second bedroom and waited for her.
Jenna came home around 9:30 p.m.
But her boyfriend, Spencer Hood, had also stopped by, something Rosser probably didn't anticipate.
This forced Rosser to wait another 3 hours.
Spencer left shortly after midnight.
But he called Jenna at 12:47 to say goodnight.
And after that call, Jenna went to bed. Then at some point, Rosser attacked.
Jenna fought for her life, scratching him, collecting his skin cells.
But unfortunately, he strangled her to death.
Tiny drops of Rosser's blood landed on Jenna's shirt and on the rug next to her body.
There's no screaming, yelling, I'm innocent, what are you talking about? It's just, oh, okay.
When charged with Jenna's murder, Rosser admitted he was guilty in order to spare his family the ordeals of a trial. Rosser never revealed his motive.
Okay, then Detective Lance contradicts everything this episode has tried to fit for a theory. And Lance is like, nope, F that. I'm going to do my own thing. And even though I stated nothing was taken and the fact that he waited for her in the apartment while she was gone took nothing during that time, then attacked her while she was alone and asleep with my whole chest, I'm going to tell the world that.
It's possible that Jeremy entered Jenna's apartment to burglarize it.
The show literally built the entire theory off the fact that he targeted Jenna specifically and gave the impression it was sexually motivated.
Right.
And then told us that he was in the apartment for almost 3 hours for her, waiting for her. And then another 3 until her boyfriend was gone. And then even after murdering her, he doesn't burgle anything. 6 hours, and he doesn't even take a purse hanging next to the door. But you're going to land on he could have been there to burglarize it.
Yeah. Well, Peter hears Lance ruin their whole theory with 2 minutes left of the episode and tries his best to course correct.
It's also possible the assault had something to do with his marital problems at the time.
Jenna looked very similar in build to Rosser's ex-wife.
Regardless of what Lance thinks, the forensic evidence was crucial to this case, especially because they don't have a motive.
Luckily, science was on the side of justice, and Jeremy Rosser was convicted of Jenna Verhaelen's murder and was sentenced to 55 years in prison.
That's right, bitch. Jenna had her life ahead of her, and it's such a tragic event that it has to happen to, honestly, like someone as good-hearted as this girl. Like, it was, this is really sad. Are there any updates with this one?
There are no updates that I could find. Yeah. But there is quite a bit of extra coverage on the case out there, like podcasts, blogs, even some Instagram reels, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so the only thing that stood out to me was, according to theCinemaholic.com, Jeremy will be eligible for parole in 2036 under his
only 10 years.
current sentencing, and eligibility rules. So that website also states that Jeremy left his job the day of the murder, not days or weeks later, like the show reported.
That's crazy. That's 10 years. That's not that long.
I know.
Now for our missing persons case. This comes from the Black and Missing Foundation website and Instagram. We have the case of Christian Muse. He was last seen missing on July 15th, 2012. That's the day after my birthday. And he's missing from Fort Washington, Maryland. His age now is 43. He's Black. His complexion is light. He's 5'11", 145 pounds. His hair color is black. His hair length is short, and his eye color is brown. The location that Christian was last seen was in the 6200 block of Dimrill Court in Fort Washington, Maryland on July 15th, 2012. He called a family member, but the call was missed, and Christian has never been seen or heard from again. Authorities and his family believe Christian may be a victim of, unfortunately, trafficking. If you have any information, you are asked to please contact the Prince George's County Police Department at 301-352-1200, or you can text all in capital letters, capital BAMFI at 87797 BAMFI. Or you can visit the Black and Missing Foundation's website at www.bamfi.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Well, until the next one.
If you like our podcast, please help us spread the word. Share on social media, share on Reddit, share everywhere, and drop a review to tell us what you think. We also have our bonus series that is out now. We're about to release episode 2. It's called Cameras and Chaos.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. That was so good. How can we check it?
What sucks is that 11% upload. So we don't even know where it stopped. Recording in session. What do you mean?
Oh.